one of Spider-Man's most relentless adversaries.
Oh, yeah.
Kraven the Hunter.
He's a good one.
Get ready to explore his aristocratic beginnings,
Wow.
his descent into primal obsession,
Right.
and maybe a surprising glimmer of redemption.
Yeah, what's captivating about Kraven is that he embodies this fascinating paradox. Nobleman turned primal hunter. He's a walking contradiction, and that makes him so much more than just your typical comic book villain.
Right, he's not just some guy in a lion's mane vest.
Exactly.
There's depth there, this internal tug of war that drives his every action.
For sure.
So let's start with the basics. Sergei Kravinoff,
Okay.
born into Russian aristocracy, loses everything in the revolution.
Wow.
Talk about a fall from grace.
Yeah, it's a loss that clearly shapes his entire worldview.
Right.
Imagine being raised in the lap of luxury, surrounded by privilege and power, and then suddenly having it all ripped away.
Yeah, no more caviar and champagne for Sergei. Suddenly it's survival of the fittest.
Exactly, and that's where his obsession with proving himself as the ultimate predator really takes root. It's almost like he's trying to reclaim that lost source of dominance of being at the top of the food chain.
And he takes it to the extreme.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't just hunt for sport, he pushes himself to superhuman levels.
Yeah.
He ends up in Africa, honing his skills, becoming this legendary big game hunter.
But here's where the story takes a turn towards the fantastical.
Okay.
He discovers this mystical potion, a blend of jungle herbs and who knows what else, that grants him enhanced strength, speed, agility.
Wow.
And even slows down his aging.
Really?
He's not content with being just a skilled hunter. He wants to transcend human limitations altogether.
So he's got this almost Captain America level physical prowess, but with none of the star-spangled morality.
Right. It's like he's trying to become the apex predator, not just in skill, but in physicality as well.
Yeah.
And that's what ultimately leads him to Spider-Man.
Because rhinos and lions just aren't cutting it anymore.
Exactly. He's conquered the animal kingdom. He needs a new challenge, a prey worthy of his enhanced abilities.
Right.
Then who better than the amazing Spider-Man, the agile, unpredictable, web-slinging enigma?
So their first encounter is pretty epic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kraven lays out all these elaborate traps. He's using his potions to go toe-to-toe with Spider-Man. But Spidey still outsmarts him.
It sets the stage for their whole dynamic.
Okay.
Kraven is all about brute strength and meticulous planning.
Right.
But Spider-Man, he's got this almost instinctive ability to adapt and improvise.
And it's brains versus brawn.
Yeah.
And more often than not, brains win the day.
Pretty much.
But that just makes Kraven more obsessed, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Each defeat just fuels his need to prove himself.
Absolutely, and it drives him to increasingly desperate measures.
Okay.
He teams up with other villains, like his half-brother the Chameleon, and even joins the Sinister Six, all in this relentless pursuit of taking down Spider-Man.
And it's that obsession that really starts to warp his mind.
Yeah.
It leads to one of the most infamous Spider-Man stories ever, Kraven's Last Hunt.
This is where we see just how far Kraven has fallen. He's no longer just a hunter.
Right.
He's become consumed by his prey.
Yeah.
He drugs and buries Spider-Man alive, convinced he's finally won.
But then he does something truly bizarre.
Right.
He puts on Spider-Man's costume and starts acting as Spider-Man.
What?
Taking down criminals with even more brutality than the real deal.
It's like he's trying to prove he can be a better, more ruthless version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He wants to embody the very thing that has eluded him for so long.
Right.
Victory over Spider-Man.
It's disturbing, right?
It is.
It shows how twisted his thinking has become.
And of course, Spider-Man eventually crawls out of his grave because comics and confronts Kraven. But instead of fighting, Kraven just lets him go. He feels he's proven his point that he's superior.
Wow.
And in a moment of utter despair and self-loathing, he takes his own life.
It's a dark and powerful ending. A real turning point in Kraven's story.
It is.
But it's not the end, is it?
Not by a long shot. Even death can't contain Kraven the Hunter.
Oh,
his family brings him back using some dark mystical ritual, but there's a twist.
Okay.
He's cursed. He can only die by Spider-Man's hand.
Imagine the psychological torment to be resurrected. To have this second chance at life, but to be tethered to the one person who represents your ultimate failure.
It's like the worst kind of victory. You're alive, but you're trapped in this existential loop, unable to escape the shadow of your greatest enemy.
It's this very conflict that drives Kraven's actions in the grim hunt storyline.
Right.
He's not just hunting Spider-Man anymore.
Nope.
He's targeting anyone and everyone connected to the Spider-Man mythos.
That's right.
So we're talking about other spider-themed heroes, villains, anyone who's ever worn a spider suit, right?
Exactly. He and his family go on this brutal rampage, sacrificing these individuals in this twisted attempt to force Spider-Man's hand to goad him into killing.
It's like he's playing a deadly game of chess, using people's lives as pawns.
Yeah.
But it's more than just strategy, right?
Right.
There's this desperation, this almost primal need to break free from this curse.
Absolutely. And amidst all this darkness, there's this unexpected ray of light.
Okay.
Kraven encounters Squirrel Girl.
Wait, Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
The unbeatable, cheerful, nut-loving Squirrel Girl.
Uh-huh.
What's she doing mixed up in all this?
That's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
She's this force of optimism, this unyielding belief in the good in everyone.
Right.
And it actually starts to affect Kraven. He sees her protecting animals, standing up to villains.
Wow.
And he's drawn to her pure, unadulterated heroism.
So the guy who's obsessed with hunting and killing is suddenly inspired by someone who talks to squirrels.
Right.
And defeats cosmic threats with kindness.
It's crazy.
That's a pretty wild twist.
It is. And for a brief period, we see this different side of Kraven. He tries to protect animals from poachers. He even teams up with Squirrel Girl against Mojo, this interdimensional TV producer obsessed with creating the ultimate spectacle.
It's like a glimpse into an alternate reality, a world where Kraven the Hunter becomes Kraven the Protector.
Right, but it begs the question, is this genuine change or just a temporary lapse in his predatory nature? Can someone like Kraven truly break free from their instincts from the very core of their being?
It's a question that leads us to his final desperate gambit, the Great Hunt.
In the story, Kraven goes all out. He seals off Central Park, turning it into this massive urban hunting ground. He captures a bunch of animal-themed villains, the lizard, rhino, vulture, and more, and sets them loose.
Hold on, so he's basically creating his own twisted version of Jurassic Park right in the middle of Manhattan.
It's even more demented than that. He invites these wealthy elites, these thrill seekers, who crave the ultimate hunt, and equips them with high-tech hunter bots controlled through VR headsets.
So it's like a real-life video game, but with supervillains as the targets.
Right.
And real-world consequences, I'm guessing.
Oh, absolutely. Kraven rigs the headsets so the controllers feel any damage the hunter bots take. He wants them to experience the true cost of the hunt.
Oh, wow.
The pain and suffering they inflict.
It's like he's trying to force them to confront their own savagery, their own bloodlust. But isn't there a touch of hypocrisy there?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Kraven is the one orchestrating this whole thing.
That's the brilliance of it. He's not just putting these wealthy hunters on trial, he's putting himself on trial as well. He's confronting his own legacy of violence, his own obsession with the hunt.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Kraven story without Spider-Man getting caught in the crossfire.
Right. Kraven knows Spider-Man will intervene, that he can't stand by and watch innocent people, even villains, be hunted down.
Yeah.
He's counting on Spider-Man's compassion, his unwavering moral code.
So it's all a setup, a grand stage for Kraven's final act. He's using everyone, even Spider-Man, to orchestrate his own demise.
Exactly. He pushes Spider-Man to his limit, forces him to choose between his no-kill rule and the lives of others. It's a brutal psychological test, not just for Spider-Man, but for Kraven as well.
So how does it all play out? Does Spider-Man finally break his code? Does he give Kraven the death he so desperately craves?
We're so close.
Right.
There's this agonizing scene where Kraven has Spider-Man pinned down,
Wow.
begging him to end his misery, but Spider-Man refuses. He sees the tormented soul beneath the hunter's facade, and he chooses compassion even for someone as monstrous as the lizard, who Kraven had manipulated into a feral state.
That's Spider-Man free you always choosing hope.
All right.
Even in the face of pure savagery.
And it's a pivotal moment for Kraven. He sees Spider-Man's unwavering morality, his refusal to succumb to the darkness that Kraven himself is drowning in.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of everything Kraven has tried to deny.
Right.
That true strength lies not in conquering, but in protecting.
So does Kraven just surrender? Give up this whole charade?
No. He does something even more unexpected. He calls off the hunt, frees the villains, and then he dons Spider-Man's costume.
Well, why would he do that?
It's a gesture of both defiance and atonement.
Huh.
He can't escape his legacy, his blood-stained past, but he can try to protect others from it. He confronts his own son, who is on the path to becoming just like him, and in that final confrontation, he sacrifices himself, taking a bullet meant for his son.
Wow. He finally breaks the curse? finds a kind of peace in death.
Yeah.
But it comes at a heartbreaking cost. It's like he's finally acknowledging the monster he's become and trying to make amends in the only way he knows how.
It's a complex and tragic end.
Yeah.
Some might argue he doesn't deserve redemption after all the pain he's caused, but there's a undeniable sense of tragedy in his final act.
This whole arc, from his privileged beginnings to his descent into primal obsession,
right,
it really highlights the duality of human nature.
Exactly. Kraven's story isn't just about a villain's downfall. It's about the struggle within us all. Constant push and pull between our nobler aspirations and our darker impulses.
And the question of whether true redemption is ever possible, even for someone who's done such terrible things.
And what about his son inheriting the mantle of Kraven the Hunter?
Oh, yeah.
Will he be consumed by the same thirst for the hunt?
Right.
Or will he find a different path?
That's what makes Kraven's story so enduring,
right,
so thought-provoking. It leaves us with more questions than answers.
Exactly.
And that's the mark of truly great storytelling.
It forces us to confront our own assumptions about good and evil, and to grapple with the complexities of redemption.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Yeah.
What resonates with you most about Kraven's journey?
We all have our own internal hunts, our own battles against our inner demons.
Right.
Kraven's story is a reminder that even in the darkest of hearts, there's always a flicker of humanity, a potential for change.
Yeah.
However fleeting it may be.
And that even those who seem irredeemable can find moments of grace, moments of self-sacrifice.
That's right.
That challenge our perceptions and leave us wondering about the true nature of good and evil.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the complex and fascinating world of Kraven the Hunter. We've explored his origins, his obsessions, his triumphs, and ultimately his tragic downfall.
We hope you've gained new insights into this multifaceted character, and that you'll continue to explore the rich tapestry of the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts with us.
And remember, even though our deep dive ends here, the conversation doesn't have to be. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the stories that fascinate you.